Welcome to one of nature's best-kept secrets, a substance so powerful that ancient yogis and warriors called it the destroyer of weakness. We're talking about Shilajit, a potent, black, tar-like resin that seeps from high-altitude mountain rocks, Himalaya's Altai Mountains. This isn't some New Age fad, used for centuries in Ayurvedic medicine to enhance vitality, fortify the body, sharpen the mind. At its core, Shilajit is a phytocomplex, a complex mixture of organic materials and inorganic materials formed from the gradual decomposition of specific plants by microorganisms over centuries. Think of it as a geological and biological masterpiece. As plant matter gets trapped between layers of rock in high-altitude mountain ranges like the Himalayas, the intense pressure and extreme temperature fluctuations cause it to transform. Over hundreds or even thousands of years, this process creates a dense, sticky, tar-like substance that oozes from the rocks during the warmer summer months. This is Shilajit, also known by other names like mumio or mineral pitch. It's literally the lifeblood of the mountains, a concentration of ancient life force. The primary active ingredient that makes Shilajit so uniquely powerful is fulvic acid. This incredible compound is one of nature's most potent electrolytes and antioxidants, and it acts as a master key for nutrient absorption. Fulvic acid has a unique ability to chelate and bind with minerals, transforming them into a highly bioavailable ionic form that your cells can easily absorb and utilize. This means it doesn't just provide minerals, it enhances your body's ability to use all the nutrients you consume. Beyond fulvic acid, Shilajit also contains humic acids, dibenzoaipyrones, DBPs, and a full spectrum of trace minerals essential for human health. Let's break down the mineral content further, as this is a cornerstone of Shilajit's efficacy. Modern agricultural practices have stripped our soils of many essential trace minerals, leaving our food supply deficient. Shilajit replenishes these vital micronutrients, delivering over 80 of them, including iron, selenium, zinc, copper, magnesium, manganese. These aren't the synthetic, isolated minerals you find in a cheap multivitamin. They are organic, ionically bound, and delivered in a synergistic complex that the body recognizes and can readily use for thousands of biochemical processes, from hormone production to neurotransmitter synthesis and energy metabolism. One of the most immediate and profound effects reported by Shilajit users is a significant and sustained increase in energy. This isn't the jittery, anxious buzz you get from caffeine or other stimulants. Instead, it's a deep, cellular energy that comes from optimizing your body's core power source, the mitochondria. By enhancing the function of the electron transport chain within the mitochondria, Shilajit helps your cells produce more ATP. This translates into greater physical stamina, reduced fatigue, and a feeling of being fundamentally more alive and capable throughout your day, without the subsequent crash associated with typical energy boosters. Beyond raw energy, Shilajit is a premier nootropic. The brain consumes about 20% of your total ATP. By boosting mitochondrial efficiency, Shilajit directly fuels better brain function, leading to improved focus, mental clarity, and memory recall. Fulvic acid in Shilajit acts as a carrier molecule, helping to shuttle other nutrients, nootropics across the blood-brain barrier. That potentiates other brain-boosting supplements, creating a powerful synergistic effect for superior mental performance. For men, Shilajit impacts testosterone and hormonal health. Studies show increases in total testosterone and free testosterone. It supports Leydig cell function in the testes and may act on the hypothalamic pituitary gonadal axis. Hormonal optimization can lead to increased muscle mass, improved libido, better mood, and greater masculine vitality and drive. It also shows promise in improving sperm count and motility. To truly appreciate Shilajit, we need to zoom into the microscopic level and look at its effect on our mitochondria. A 2012 study published in the Journal of Ethnopharmacology highlighted Shilajit's ability to promote mitochondrial respiration and significantly boost ATP production. Visual: Shilajit molecules enhancing the process. It does this in part by stabilizing coenzyme Q10, a critical component of the electron transport chain. When this process is optimized, Your cells are literally making more energy from the food you eat and from the air you breathe. This is the fundamental mechanism behind increased stamina and reduced fatigue that users experience. The neuroprotective properties of Shilajit are another area of exciting scientific inquiry. The fulvic acid within Shilajit has been shown to inhibit the aggregation of tau proteins, which are a key pathological hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. By preventing these proteins from forming neurofibrillary tangles, Shilajit may help protect brain cells and preserve cognitive function as we age. When it comes to selecting a form of Shilajit, not all products are created equal. The gold standard, without a doubt, is pure resin. This is the most traditional and least processed form. Appearing as a thick, black, sticky paste, resin retains the full spectrum of active compounds, including the delicate fulvic acids, DBPs, in their most potent and synergistic state. It has a distinctive smoky aroma and an earthy taste. While it may be slightly less convenient to measure and consume, requiring you to scoop out a small, pea-sized amount, the superior purity, potency, make it the preferred choice for serious biohackers and those seeking the maximum therapeutic benefit. The next best option is a high-quality liquid extract. These products typically involve dissolving pure resin in purified water, creating a solution that can be easily dosed with a dropper. However, ensure the liquid hasn't been overly diluted or processed with high heat, which can degrade beneficial compounds. Look for brands transparent about extraction process and concentration levels. At the bottom of the hierarchy are powders, capsules, most convenient and easiest to take, also most likely to be adulterated or inferior quality. Turning resin into dry powder often involves high heat and addition of fillers or excipients, which can compromise integrity and potency. Many low-grade powders contain very little actual fulvic acid, may be mixed with inert substances, or cheap humic acid from soil. The rising popularity of Shilajit has unfortunately led to a flooded market, with many counterfeit and low-quality products. Learning how to verify the authenticity of your Shilajit is non-negotiable to ensure both safety and efficacy. The first and most simple test is the solubility test. Pure Shilajit resin should dissolve almost completely in warm water or warm milk, turning the liquid into a golden brown or reddish-black tea. It should leave behind very little sediment or grit. If you see a lot of undissolved particles or a milky, opaque solution, it's a red flag that it may contain fillers or other impurities. Another key indicator of authenticity is its response to temperature. Genuine Shilajit resin is thermoplastic. When you put it in the refrigerator or a cold environment, it will become very hard and brittle, shattering like glass if you try to break it. Conversely, when you hold it in your warm hands, it will become soft, pliable, and sticky. The smell and taste are also telling. Real Shilajit has a very distinct, complex aroma that can be described as smoky, earthy, and slightly tar-like. It should not smell like burnt plastic or have a chemical odor. The taste is similarly strong and bitter. While it's certainly an acquired taste, this potent flavor profile is a sign of its rich mineral and organic compound content. Fake products often lack this characteristic aromatic complexity or may be sweetened to mask an unpleasant, unnatural taste. Finally, and most importantly, the ultimate purity check comes from independent third-party lab testing. A reputable company will readily provide a certificate of analysis for their product. This document should verify not only the fulvic acid percentage, but also test for the presence of lead, arsenic, and mercury, as well as microbial contaminants. Raw, unprocessed Shilajit can contain these harmful substances, so proper purification is essential. Never purchase from a brand that is not transparent about its sourcing and testing protocols. Your health depends on it. Proper dosing is critical to unlocking the benefits of Shilajit while minimizing any potential side effects. The guiding principle is to start low and go slow. This allows your body to acclimate and helps you find the minimum effective dose. For a beginner, start with a very small amount, approximately 100 milligrams per day, approximately 150 milligrams per day. This is roughly the size of a grain of rice or a small lentil. Dissolve this amount in a glass of warm, non-chlorinated water or in warm milk. Drink it first thing in the morning on an empty stomach for optimal absorption. Once you've assessed your tolerance for a week or two at the starting dose, you can gradually increase to a standard maintenance dose. For most individuals, this will fall in the range of 200 milligrams per day, up to 300 milligrams per day, which is about the size of a small pea. This is an excellent daily dose for general health, energy maintenance, and cognitive support. You can continue to take it in the morning to fuel your day. Some people find splitting the dose helps. Take half in the morning and half in the early afternoon. For those engaged in intense physical training, periods of high stress, or seeking peak performance, a higher dose may be beneficial. Advanced or therapeutic dosing can range from 300 milligrams per day up to 500 milligrams per day. At that level, it's often best to split into 2 servings. For example, take 250 milligrams in the morning and another 250 milligrams in the early afternoon. It's generally advised not to take Shilajit late at night, as its energizing effects on ATP production can interfere with sleep for some individuals. Listen to your body. If you feel overstimulated, simply reduce the dose. The method of consumption also matters. Dissolving it in warm liquid is the most common method. It's crucial to use non-chlorinated water, because chlorine in tap water can react with fulvic acid and produce potentially harmful byproducts. For faster absorption, try taking it sublingually by placing the resin under your tongue and allowing it to dissolve. The taste is intense, but this method bypasses the digestive system and delivers compounds directly into your bloodstream. Experiment to see which method works best for your routine and preferences. Shilajit is a powerful standalone supplement, but its true potential is unlocked when you use it as a synergistic base to enhance other compounds. Stacking. Because of its fulvic acid content, Shilajit acts as a bioavailability enhancer, amplifying the effects of other nutrients and nootropics. For a premier mitochondrial and longevity stack, combine your daily dose of Shilajit with coenzyme Q10, specifically in its ubiquinol form, and PQQ, pyrroloquinoline quinone. Shilajit stabilizes CoQ10, while PQQ promotes the creation of new mitochondria. This trifecta creates a powerful cycle of mitochondrial support, boosting energy production and cellular health from every angle. For a cognitive enhancement or nootropic stack, pairing Shilajit with a high-quality choline source like alpha-GPC and a functional mushroom like lion's mane is incredibly effective. Shilajit fuels the brain with ATP. Alpha-GPC provides the raw material for the memory neurotransmitter acetylcholine. And lion's mane stimulates nerve growth factor for long-term neural health. This combination creates a sharp, focused, and resilient mind, perfect for deep work, creative projects, or complex problem-solving. Adding some L-theanine can smooth out the experience, promoting a state of calm, alert focus. To create a powerful day and night hormonal and recovery system, use Shilajit in the morning and an adaptogen like Ashwagandha in the evening. Shilajit's morning action supports testosterone production and daytime energy, while Ashwagandha at night helps to lower cortisol, improve sleep quality, and promote recovery. Beyond its impressive physiological benefits, Shilajit holds a revered place in spiritual and contemplative traditions, particularly within Ayurveda Tibetan medicine. It is considered a medhya rasayana, a substance that nourishes the mind and consciousness. Ancient yogis and hermits in the high Himalayas used Shilajit to enhance stamina, enabling long periods of meditation, grounding energy, and deep focus. They saw it carrying the stability and ancient wisdom of the mountains, imparting resilience to the human spirit. Practically, Shilajit supports spiritual practice by calming the nervous system and enhancing mental clarity. A small, consistent daily dose quiets mental chatter and makes entering meditation easier. While Shilajit is remarkably safe for most people when used correctly, it is a powerful substance and should be treated with respect. The most significant risk comes from consuming raw, unprocessed Shilajit. Heavy metals, mycotoxins, other harmful substances from its natural environment. Only use purified Shilajit from a reputable source with third-party testing. Never consume a product that hasn't been properly processed to remove contaminants. Even with purified Shilajit, some people may have a mild detox reaction when they start, especially if their system is particularly toxic. Mild headaches, fatigue, slight nausea. These symptoms typically last only a few days as the body adjusts. It's often a sign that the fulvic acid is starting to do its work. If you experience these effects, reduce your dose or stop for a day or two before resuming at a lower amount. Staying well hydrated can help flush out toxins and ease the transition. There are specific populations who should exercise caution or avoid Shilajit altogether. People with gout or high uric acid levels, those with hemochromatosis, a genetic iron overload condition. People with chronically low blood pressure should monitor closely. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should avoid it unless cleared by their healthcare provider. If you take prescription medications, consult your doctor before adding Shilajit. Blood thinners, medications for diabetes, any form of hormone replacement therapy. Shilajit can influence blood pressure, blood sugar, and hormone levels, so it may interact with these drugs. A knowledgeable physician can help you navigate potential interactions and ensure safety. Responsible use is key to harnessing its power safely. The power lies in an incredible density of bioactive compounds, forged under immense geological pressure over centuries. Concentrated ancient plant matter brimming with fulvic acid, humic substances, over 80 trace minerals in bioavailable ionic form. Not just a mineral supplement, complete cellular food that fuels your mitochondria. When mitochondria are happy and efficient, every system functions better. Brain, muscles, endocrine system. Let's cut through the hype and get practical. This guide is your definitive 2025 resource on Shilajit. We'll cover what it is, how it works, tangible benefits you can expect, how to safely incorporate it into your daily routine for maximum impact. For elite athletes, high-performing executives, or anyone reclaiming vitality and operating at peak potential, Shilajit offers a pathway to higher human performance. Prepare to upgrade your biology from the ground up.